be teaching my brother how to drive a stick shift, and basically I'll teach you the basics and see if you learn anything. You know, it's all for your own good, and we'll see how it works out. Alright, so the basics are really that this is the gearbox, you know, shifter from 1, 2 to 3, 4, 5, and 6. And well, on this car, Subaru, the reverse is this, up and to the right and down, so that's reverse. And so the basic thing to do is really get used to your gearbox, because that's going to be really helpful for you to drive. And one other thing is the e-brake for emergency, really, but it's good to know that it is easy to lift up and down, you know. And then it is the clutch, which is at the bottom. From left to right is clutch, brake, and then gas. Alright, the first thing you should know is that when you're pushing down your clutch, make sure you push it all the way down and not halfway, because that can really mess up your gearbox. And when you do push it down, and when you put it into first gear, let's say, you have to release it, let's say halfway, with the gas pedal pushing down halfway. And then after you've gotten into the gear, you could release it all the way. Same thing with the second gear, you push it all the way down and let go of the gas. Make sure you do that, because if you don't, you're just going to rev up the car and it's not going to shift anywhere. Alright, now, starting the car, putting the key in, make sure you hold the clutch all the way down. And make sure that your gearbox is steady in neutral, not in first gear, because if you do that, your car will boost up, as in like you're shifting a gear, and it'll jump out and probably kill it. So make sure it's in neutral, and once you started it, you can let go of the clutch, and always have your e-brake on, because everybody knows if it's in neutral, it's going to obviously roll back and forth or whichever way on a hill or something. So that's how you start the car. Alright, and now putting it into first gear. I have my clutch down all the way, and make sure you put the e-brake down so you can move. And putting this in first, and you can see I'm slowly letting it down and pushing the gas, and there you go, you've just done it. Pushed it in first. Alright, and if you are going in a steep hill, you can put it basically in neutral, and it'll probably just roll down for you. So now you've killed the car. But it's okay, because it happens the first time or a couple times when you do try. And basically to do that is to try one more time, be good at it. It's usually the first gear that's really hard. And make sure you put the e-brake down, because if you don't, it basically means you're holding the brake down while trying to drive, and that never works out. So make sure you shift correctly with the clutch and the gas, you know, even out, and make sure it's in first and the e-brake's down. Alright, so now you've known the basics on how to drive the car, and now we'll see how my brother can handle the car. So neutral in first, half and half, and go. Alright, there you go. And second. Polícare. And neutral again, put into, you don't need to put it into any gear because you're going downhill. So the car can basically just roll downhill and it wouldn't hurt the car at all. And usually when the speed bump comes like that, usually should be around 15, I guess, I don't know, whatever the speed bump is. And that's usually in second gear, so, for this car. And go faster, a little bit faster. Make sure your RPM, when you're in your RPM, usually to get good mileage you need to be above 2,000 RPM. Be able to shift into another gear, and when the light pops up just like that. And now we will show you, like, and he's obviously past 2 now. And for third, you need to first, it's in neutral. When it's in neutral, it's usually straight up. So in neutral, there you go. Now he's in third, and we are going downhill again, so you can just leave it in neutral and let the car roll. And now let's see that how you would go into reverse. And it's in reverse, clutch is down, and rev up, oh, and it's dead. And notice you did put the e-brake up, which is good, so the car doesn't move anywhere. And let's start it back up and try again. Alright. And e-brake down, shift into reverse, give a little gas, and then you're off. Make sure you don't try to drive it like a race car, because you're just a beginner, and knowing that you can hurt somebody. And uphill you're going third, second, and if you pass the 3,000 RPM, you're driving a little too fast and you're not shifting enough. So make sure you keep it between 2 and 3. That's the safe zone for just normal driving, by the way. And as you come to a stop, make sure that when your car is moving, make sure you just drop it into second, because first gear is too high and it'll just put pressure on the car.